Previously on Fresh Play Friday. What are you doing? Oh, judging from that, you can actually... Wow, you can actually play as a unit. Oh, that's cool. That is so cool. I was completely stuck in this game. And it's a different story. Look at that. They're getting completely overwhelmed. What's going on, all you gamers? Here we are, it's Friday again, and today is none other than Fresh Play Friday, where we choose a random Game Pass game and give it a little whirl, kind of play a little bit, see what we think, and kind of have a little bit of fun with it. Now, as always, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, if you're not already part of the Sofa Squad, for fun gameplay, hints, tips, guides, and pretty much everything to do with gaming, then hit that subscribe and bell icon. Or if you've got a comment for today's video, then chuck that in the comments. But for today, we're going to be looking at none other than Minion Masters, another free game on Ultimate Game Pass, and one that I really enjoy. Now, usually these games are completely new to me, but I thought I'd cover this one just because I've played it for quite a while, and I kind of return to it every once in a while. Now, I'm not a veteran at this, I haven't played it for absolutely months and months, but I have played it for a good few days, and I kind of, like I said, come back to it every once in a while. Now, one of the reasons why I enjoy this game is because it's one of those games that you can kind of either really get into and play for 4 or 5 hours, or if you want to just jump on to absolutely smash your opponents for a couple of matches, you could do that instead. So this is kind of a deck building game where you create a really strong team and kind of make your own personal game. So for example, just up here, as you can see, I have 10 cards, which I had to count, as you can probably guess, because for some reason I thought it was 12. But yeah, you get 10 cards, you have to use all 10 slots, and you kind of create a team to your own liking. But there's a lot to do in this game. It's a lot more complicated than you think, and there's a lot of fun cards as well. So as you can see, you have a lot of cards, a heck of a lot of cards. There's 6 in each row, so 12 on each page, and if you have a little look, there's 9 pages. So you have well over 100 cards. So obviously from that you can tell that it's quite a varied game. You can kind of make your deck really fast paced by laying lots of low cost cards, or you can go for some of the really large cards which are really fun to play, like this one. So it costs you 9 mana, and bear in mind you can only get a maximum of 10, so you kind of have to wait for it. So it generates, I'm not sure if it's every second, but basically it generates 1 mana every 1 or 2 seconds, and as you're waiting for it you'll be laying cards. So obviously with this, as soon as you get to 9 mana you'll lay the Colossus, and that will make an absolutely huge monstrosity on the field, and it will kind of wipe out your opponents as it goes. Either that, or it'll be walking along and someone will stun it and then they'll nuke it with a spell. There is a lot of ways around cards in this, and there's no one card that's kind of the be all and end all. Well, not that I've found anyway.
I disagree, puny human.
Another thing that's really good in this is that you can kind of buy, or save up to buy, different masters, and they all have their own kind of perks. So for example, if I show you my favourite one at the moment, Morelia, basically she's, how can I put it, kind of an undead summoner. So Morelia is the Lich Queen, ruler of the Cursed Lands, is a versatile master that can choose spells from her Book of the Dead to deal with any situation, as well as summon a powerful dragon to her side. Now, I'm not going to lie, the dragon's why I pick her. It's very fun, you don't always get to it in time, but when you do, you summon an absolutely huge dragon that goes straight onto the field, and it kind of makes the enemies, how can I put it? Now, as you can see from up here, there's quite a few masters, and like I said, I've played this before. I have played quite a bit, but I have only played really with this one master and the freebie one I had at the start. But as you can see, each one of them has basically their own perks and actually unique game style. Another one of my favourites that I've tried because they go on free rotation is this one just here, the Ravager. Another one of my really nice favourites, because if you have a little look over here, what it tends to do, and probably my favourite thing actually, it summons kind of a very heavy ad when it gets to a certain unlock. So if you have a little look here, it unlocks at 20 XP, this one is 60, and the very biggest one is 120. It basically means as you're getting experience whilst you're playing that match, these will unlock and they'll kind of go across the field for you. So it's quite good, and it's quite a handy thing to have to put your troops behind these really big dudes walking towards the opponents. Now the game itself actually has quite a lot to do. So if you have a little look down here, you've got standard battle, which is basically 1v1, so you're playing against another person and you're trying to raise your rank. I'm not actually sure what the top rank is, but I believe it's probably diamond or above. I think diamond was the highest I got to when I played, so it may well be above that. It may be master. Basically, you try and progress as high as you can for each season, and then you get rewards at the end of that season. Team battle is one of my favourites. I must admit, what you tend to do, you go on here and you can either play with someone online, or even better, play with a friend against 2 other people. And if you have a really good teammate, you can kind of organise your team around them and make some really fun combinations. I'll chuck on a little bit of gameplay and show you one that I played a little bit earlier. So hopefully from that you can see that this is quite a fun game, and you can see exactly what it entails. Basically you are using your cards to kind of summon ads, launch spells, do counter attacks, all of the above. It is really fun, it is quite tactical, and I would say it's a really good game to play for either a short while or actually get quite involved and play for quite a while if you want to really rank up. Now as you can see, each one of these has a team rank, so that is a rank for the team rank. This one over here is for your single rank, and then you can do some other things like this one, which is the adventures. It's just quite a lot in one game, to be honest, and it is quite fun. So for example, if you went to this one here, charging into darkness, and it's basically starting up a standard adventure as such. So I'd go onto that, click on start, and then I'd load up an adventure. And as you can tell from this, the adventures are quite unique. So if you have a little look here, chapter 1, we're starting at the start, you know you're starting there, and click on this. So you choose the master that you'd like. I'm going to go with this one, and then it kicks off. So after that, if you have a little look, you can choose specific cards, but you do have to unlock them through kind of doing certain battles and things such as that. So if you have a look here, this one is locked because I haven't defeated 15 bosses with this master. So I'm going to have to click that, and then I'm going to go into battle. So here we are, we're starting off with this, and like I said, if you look down the bottom, then you're going to be charging up your cards, and let's hope I don't get absolutely battered, as I have no idea what this lady actually does. The bridge as well, one thing to note, the bridge, if you see that it's gone blue there, that basically means that you're holding it and you will be generating more mana for your thing down here. So basically if you hold both of them, there's a good chance you'll be able to lay cards sooner, and just down here means that your XP will be going up faster. Victory! Now that was not the best showcase as such, because to be honest I have no idea what kind of cards that woman has, but they're definitely not the kind of cards that I'd be using. Now there are other things you can do in this, so for example if I go down the bottom here you've got challenges. So if you have a little look, that's basically like little challenges that will give you that you've got to try to beat. I believe they're only once though, so once you've done all of those you can't really do them again, you'll just claim some bonuses and such. And also mayhem mode right at the end here, and this is quite an interesting one actually. It's kind of like an added bit to the game as such, and as you can see it changes every few days, so I think it's every 5 or 7 days as such. So if you go over here, as you can see, you can earn certain things from this side once you start leveling up. So obviously your main goal is to try to get all the way up to the top here and to get the Commander Azali, and that's awarded if you get 12 wins. Obviously this changes every once in a while, but that is a legendary card. And starting will lock your current deck and hero for this mayhem, are you sure? So what you want to do is arrange your cards and stuff just so that you know that you're going to be keeping them, so you need a strong deck and a strong master. So this is more like it. This is my master at the moment and it's got a deck on that I actually enjoy playing.
12 seconds later.
Now I'm going to get absolutely massacred in this, as I've just realised I'm playing a deck that was playing with a friend and he had all of the air units. So yeah, like I said, if you've not got the right crew and right deck and right hand, it's gonna go like this. So as you can tell from that last one, I'd already won the previous game, so I literally lost that last one on purpose just to show you what the losing screen looks like.
Nope.
If you come over here, basically if you click on this as you're progressing in the game, you'll kind of get a bit over here where you get power tokens and you also get other features. So you can buy things down here with gold. You're also going to get these, which is shards. Once you're, how can I put it, kind of unlocking the power tokens, you will get shards, and you'll also get freebies of the gems or rubies when you're kind of ranking up. And all of these can be put to really good use. The shards especially are really good, as you can actually craft new cards from them. So if I show you here, you get a random card or a random something. This time it was rubies, which are actually really worth having. And finally, just down the bottom here, if you have a little look, you can go to the shop, and like I said, with everything that you've acquired or earnt, you can buy various stuff, such as power tokens or legendary cards, pretty much everything. Even the gold, which you acquire really quite a lot of actually as you're playing, you can find some really nice deals if you hold on to it and wait. Another nice feature, such as up here, if you see, I have unclaimed rewards on my season pass. And what I actually did, I earned the season pass through literally just playing the game, so you can't get that with every game. Basically you can earn a certain amount of these when you level up, when you go into higher categories, when you get wins, when you do certain unlocks, and if you save up with them you can unlock the season pass, which will net you some really nice things like, how can I put it, legendary cards, which I will show you just over here, like this one.
How you doing?
So this absolutely beautiful fella just here I got from the season pass, which I acquired through just playing the game and then buying it with rubies. If I didn't want to get the season pass, I could put it towards something else, such as a random legendary card or something that is actually there in the store on offer at the time. But yeah, not many games actually let you get the season pass paid part through actually grinding, so that's one added bonus to this game. See, in this game there is one slight problem with it, but I think it might be my problem alone, as a few people I've played with say they have no actual issues whatsoever. But with me, if you notice from the gameplay, it's not the way I've recorded it. For some reason I have a slight stutter in gameplay, like a pause, like there's something wrong with my internet connection as such. Now as far as I know there's not, but I can't be 100% sure, I suppose. But yeah, I definitely do tend to have that every once in a while, so that is one little downfall, but don't hold it against the game, as I think that may well just be me or my connection as such. Right, so that's enough from me for today, but yeah, if I was going to say, is this worth actually playing, then yes, very much so. It's a really nice game. It's a really fun game to actually play. It's more strategic than you actually think it is. And it's one of them games where you kind of just work towards trying to get a complete deck that you really enjoy playing with, and a couple of masters to kind of change around so that if you wanted a different deck, you can use them with that specific master. But yeah, if you're into tactical stuff, if you're into card deck games, then you will probably like this. As always, guys and girls, I hope that's helped you. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, why not drop a like, why not leave a comment, and if you're not part of the Sofa Squad, for all things Xbox and soon Xbox Series X when I eventually get one, then hit that subscribe and bell icon. As always, take care. I'll see you on the next day.